in Town Talk. And he's also done some work. He did a tremendous interview with me a few years ago in the closing of the old high school beyond bricks and mortar, giving the history of Ridley sports since 1934. And Rich, next year is the 70th year of Ridley football, and Ridley Township High School opened in 1934. So next year is the 70th year.
Right.
So we
Exactly.
probably should plan to do something special on that.
Yeah, and I think they're closing in on 600 wins. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it's the 70th year, and I have that at home, the actual football victories
Right.
over a period of
Right.
69 years, but they're closing in on
Yeah, you're right, because, well,
600 wins.
yeah, because Mr. McNicholas and Mr. Marion alone combined for 448 victories.
Right.
So, and then Ralph Batty went 30-15, so that's another 30. And John Waller is 27-9, I believe.
Right.
And Bill Slazak. And actually, the most amazing thing, Rich, and we've talked about this before, from 1943 to 1996, Ridley had two coaches.
Two coaches, right.
And even if you expand that back to 1934, there's only been like 7 or 8 guys that have ever.
Right. Bill Slazak was the first coach, and then Jess Brewster and Art Ramo coached for 1 year. That's 3 and 2, 5, 6. Yeah, John Waller's the 7th coach.
Yeah, so that's amazing over the span of 1934 to 2004 in 70 years.
Right.
And of course, from 1943 to 1996, it was a progression of Mr. Marion and Mr. McNicholas, almost seamless progression.
Right. Actually, the only 2 high school football coaches in the country back-to-back with over 200 wins.
And we just saw on one of the websites posted on PA Sports Fever that Ridley all-time is 23rd nationally in winning percentage, and the only Pennsylvania school in the top 25 in winning percentage.
Oh, okay, winning percentage. All right.
Yeah, I mean, if you take in the wins, and I mean, Mr. McNicholas was only, I think, 26 losses in his tenure, and Mr. Marion had 50-some losses and about 16 or 17 ties.
Right. I'm going to correct myself. It would be they're coming in on 500 wins, not
Okay.
600. Yeah, 500 wins.
So that I don't think it can happen. They're not as close that they probably would do it in the next few years.
Yeah, next few years. I think Mount Carmel has the most wins of any high school in the state of Pennsylvania.
You're listening to a live version of Coach's Corner on WRSD 94.9 FM. We're joined by Rich Pagano, the Delaware County sports historian. Rich, what kind of any projects you're working on at this point?
Well, I do want to get back to the history of Ridley football. I stopped with the death of Phil Marion, so I'm going to continue that in a few months, where I'll start with 1973, Joe McNick's first year. Actually, he coached, I think, the last 4 or 5 games of Marion.
The 72 season,
72
right?
Season when Marion got sick and couldn't coach, but officially he started as a head coach in that 73 fall of 73.
Last year was the Ridley opened up with Ben Salem, which was Coach McNick's first opponent.
Right.
And next year they'll open up again with Ben Salem here.
And it was interesting, I don't know if you know this fact too, that when McNick opened up with Ben Salem in 1973, one of his assistants was John Waller.
Right. And Steve Lennox was on the staff in 70. We found a picture of Steve Lennox, team picture. He was on Mr. Marion's staff. And Mrs. Lennox, Elaine Lennox, who teaches here at the high school, Steve came and helped Mr. Marion. And there's a team picture with Steve Lennox in the picture.
I've never seen
and
that.
Elaine actually took it and wants to post it around Interboro and see if you can find Coach Lennox. Because evidently Coach Lennox showed up with long hair. And Mr. Marion said, you have to get rid of that long hair. So he's up in the corner of the team picture, I believe, of the 72, 70, yeah, it's a 70, well, it'd be the 71 team. It's in the 72 yearbook. But there is a picture of Steve Lennox.
And Lennox had been coaching at that school in Delaware.
I think then he went. I think he went down to that school after that.
Then he went to Delaware.
Right.
Okay, you're right.
Because I know that he worked a lot. Mr. McNick helped him a lot with actually they ran a lot of their stuff, I think, down there. A lot of the Ridley stuff down at Dickinson.
Okay.
Steve with a great career. And
You sure that long hair wasn't Carl Schnellbach's long hair wasn't bothering Phil Marion too?
Well,
When he
maybe,
started-
maybe Schnell had a certain way that it probably did bother Mr. Marion.
Yeah. Yeah, from what I understand, it did.
What's going on with the Delco Athletes Hall of Fame? I know you're involved in that. I guess you just had your recent induction dinner, right?
Yeah, we just had a recent induction dinner. In fact, we gave out a couple of Coach of the Year awards. One to Phil Martelli, of course, at St. Joe's, and the other one went to the girls' coach at Villanova,
Harry Peretta.
Harry Peretta. We gave Ed Doherty the Pro Athlete Award, the outstanding golfer who had played baseball at St. James. And we had 10 or 12 inductees. It was a nice banquet. We actually have picked the 12 inductees for October, too, which is another banquet we have for athletes that, it's the same Hall of Fame, but athletes that maybe have fallen through the cracks over the years.
Right.
They have to be 60 years old or older. But, yeah, we have some outstanding people going in for the October banquet, too.
If you have a question for Rich or me, you can give us a call at 610-237-8034, extension 8400. That's 610-237-8034, extension 8400. Kind of an interesting season this year with Ridley Lacrosse, playing a very upgraded their schedule, got rid of any questionable opponents, and really have prepared themselves now for the postseason.
Yeah, they sure have.
In May, and depending on what Pencrest did this afternoon, they either could share the Central League title or fall one game shy of the Central League title.
Right. They had those tough 2 games with Pencrest and LaSalle where they lost by 1 goal.
And the LaSalle game, there was some controversy on whether the goal,
Yeah.
it was a very late goal,
Very late.
evidently, and maybe not a visible clock or things like that. But I think Coach Ehlers has definitely prepped this team for the postseason. And tonight we have Mike Friel coming back.
Right. A former Ridley boy that
And actually assisted 2 guys on their staff were part of the first PSLA championship. Brian Pott scored the goal from Mike Friel to tie Springfield in the '94 championship game, and then Brian Pott scored the game-winning goal to give Coach
Okay.
Ehlers his first PSLA title. So a lot of cross Ridley ties, and,
Yeah.
and Coach Ehlers has sent a lot of coaches out. He coaches almost against all of his former players, Ace Ehlers.
yeah, they're all over the place as head coaches now. Outstanding.
So, little pregame edition of Coach's Corner, and we're getting ready. The varsity has taken the field to our right, and we'll have senior ceremony tonight. And that's always it's amazing sometimes to think of next year Vinny D'Angelo won't be here because he's played 4 years football, 4 years in lacrosse, and I'm wondering how many kids are out there that have done that. Nick Calaluri has done the same thing. I think he's a 4-year starter, and maybe not in lacrosse, but and in football he played 9th grade. But Vinny played varsity as a freshman in football.
You know, and I think another thing that should be mentioned that Nick Calaluri just received that award from the Eagles. I think it was the first year that the Eagles organization gave some of
Right.
his high school awards. And I guess he received that Overachiever Award, which
Right.
30 high school players were nominated
Mhm.
from the Philadelphia area, and he got the award. And I thought it was outstanding. I mean,
Yeah.
for him to capture that award.
Joe Sanliquido for the Philadelphia Inquirer, I think, is the one who actually nominated him
Oh, okay.
for the award. He did go down to NovaCare and visit it with Hank Farrelly briefly. Hank was busy, and athletic director Riviello actually got the video of the presentation. So, congratulations to Nick.
Well, he's very deserving.
Yeah, he's had a great career here. Actually, from his sophomore year, when in Coach Waller's first game, he made blocked a punt and scored a touchdown on it in his first varsity start, really, and has been an impact. And people like Mike Pagoni, who transferred from Bonner, who's had a great career here, Jim DeCave this year, a really irony in this day and age, Rich. It used to be pretty run of the course, but there's a 3-sport athlete and an impact player in all 3
Oh,
sports.
yeah,
Jim
definitely.
DeCave, who came in and has done a great job from Bonner, and I think Jim would like to have 4 years back of his life. The 3 years would be the 3 years he spent at Monsignor Bonner because he's had just a great time here.
Yeah, he's quite an athlete. I guess you don't see as much as years ago the three sport athlete that really excels in all three.
Yeah, there's been just a little bit too much specialization.
Yeah.
Because I think that each of the, if the ultimate goal is a scholarship, some of the sports say that you have to focus on one sport. But we've had a run this year. Vinny, a two-sport. Nick Collery would have wrestled this year but had some injury problems. He would have been a three-sport. Irv Tennell was a two-sport athlete. Rick Larkin, the quarterback, and played baseball. Did play basketball up until this year. So we've had a few, but there aren't as many as there used to be.
Yeah, and I think you hit it, that key word, scholarship, that I think that's really helped specialization where people will just specialize in one sport because they know that there's a chance for a scholarship, and they end up playing that sport all year long, really.
Right.
In fall leagues, winter leagues, summer leagues.
We're talking with Rich Pagano, Delaware County sports historian, and Rich had done a series in Town Talk about the history of Ridley football from the beginning, from 1934 with Bill Slazak and some of the teams that dominated then. Up until, I guess, he left off with 72?
Yeah, 72 was the last season, and I want to pick up again, starting with Joe McNick's first year in 73 and go to the end of his career, at least to that point. I have most of the newspaper clippings from every game from those years, Joe's years as head coach. So, yeah, I want to continue that, and I'm still doing, tomorrow I have an article coming out on Ellis Dwyer, who is the high school basketball coach in our county with the most victories.
Right.
He's over 500 wins, and just an outstanding coach, very innovative, creative, and I believe is still with us too, still living. Ellis Dwyer coached at Radnor for years.
Right. And I've had the opportunity 1990 through 96 to have a postseason interview, a lengthy postseason interview with Mr. McNicholas, and always gave me some insights there from year to year of how things went. I know that I did a little brief interview when the 93 team, I guess we went back and we looked at the 73 team. I think the 73 team had a few ties. I think they ended up like 5-2-3, or they had a record like that. It was a winning record, but I know they had several ties that year.
In fact, the Marion's last year, 72, they had 4-0-0 ties.
Okay.
Yeah.
So so those end of the season interviews were always something. I know Bob Tennant did a long interview with Mr. McNicholas. He closed in, I think, on 200.
Right.
And then Jack McCaffrey, I know, did one when he broke the record. And it was interesting how he broke the record, got sick in that 96 season, and he didn't finish. He did not coach the Thanksgiving Day game in 96. Ralph Batty coached, and ironically enough, Mr. Marion didn't end up coaching in 72. One of those sports ironies that why I think people follow sports.
Interesting. In fact, that's the only game he ever missed in his
Right.
coaching career,
Yeah,
I believe.
you think about that. I mean, all those years from 73 to 96 and before that as an assistant, and he coached at Springfield, won, and then did not coach the Thanksgiving Day game.
Yeah.
And that was the Chris Bryan game-winning field goal. Chris Bryan on the lacrosse
Helping
staff
out
here.
with the lacrosse, yeah.
He went on to play at Rutgers in lacrosse, but had a great season as a kicker.
Well, I hope to sit down with Joe McNick and pick his brain a little bit.
It'll be neat. It'll be a neat thing. So, Rich, thanks for joining us.
Well, thank you.
Enjoy the game. And coming up shortly will be Ridley Springfield Lacrosse on senior night with Ryan Krisak and Drew Sweeney. You're listening to Green Raider Lacrosse on WRSD.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Phil Marion Field. This is Drew Sweeney along with Ryan Kursak, bringing you the Central League matchup between the Ridley Green Raiders and the Springfield Cougars. Records for the Ridley Green Raiders: overall, they're 12-4 in the league, 7-1. That loss coming to Pencrest. Springfield is 8-8 overall and 5-3 in the league.
It's quite an amazing echo I hear. But besides that, this is senior night, so we will have our ceremony before the game starts. And the 2004 seniors for Ridley include Dennis Valerio, Jim DeCave, who is a Bonner transfer, Vinny D'Angelo, Jason DiCarlo, Nick Calalori, Matt Keeler, Mike Pagoni, and Bill Humes.
In recent lacrosse action for these two teams, Springfield defeated Marple Newtown 12-4, and Ridley defeated Lower Merion 14-4. Ridley's only 4 losses of the season came to LaSalle, St. Paul's of Maryland, Malvern, and, as mentioned before, Pencrest. So tonight's matchup from Springfield has a good goaltender and a great defensive line. There's not really any standout scorers like there are for Ridley with Casey Rugen, Ron Garling, and Mike Pagoni. So we'll be looking for just the goaltender to really kind of carry the Springfield team, and Ridley to be resting on the shoulders of the 3 players that I just mentioned. Okay, in Friday's edition of the Delaware County Daily Times, John Lon had a rather long column about Ridley, expecting the Ridley Green Raiders to make their May surge as they have done in past years. Quote from Mike Pagoni says, "May is Ridley's month." They usually around this time start winning some very big games, and as he also said, "We're going to make a run around this time, and I think we're poised to do it. It comes down to focus. In big games, we haven't done the little things that makes the difference."
And before we start our game today, we should let you know that tonight's game on RSD is made possible through funding by the following local businesses and organizations: Vrone's Collision, LA Nails, and Day Spa. That's a new one. Yakabuchi's Formal Wear, Knights of Columbus Peace Council, the Delaware County Daily Times, Morton Savings Bank, DeCarlo's Formal Wear, Ed Killian of Russo Real Estate, RZ Contracting, Herbert W. Best, VFW Post, 928, Albert Vincent Formal Wear. And we would like to thank everyone for participating. If you would like to participate, not much of a break there in that sentence. We would like to thank everyone for participating. If you would like to participate, call Mike Iannacci at 610-237-8034, extension 1256 during school hours Monday through Friday. And so we have about 3 minutes left, and well, the clock has stopped actually, so I think we're getting ready for the senior ceremony to begin.
We had some thunderstorms roll through here a few hours ago, but the skies are clear, the sun's setting, and the game's still on. Before this game, the JV teams for both Springfield and Ridley play, and that was actually a comeback win by Springfield, scoring 4 unanswered goals to win the game 5-3. That was late in the 4th quarter, and hopefully we won't see that happening in the varsity game.
That would be a bad thing there.
National Athletic League and Ridley High School promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, derogatory comments, or intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the building. According to Ridley School District policy, Ridley High School promotes a smoke-free environment. Therefore, no smoking is permitted by anyone on school district grounds at any time. Thank you for your cooperation in this matter.
Cougars. Haverford's the Fords.
Good evening, and welcome to Phil Marion Field for tonight's Central League Boys Lacrosse matchup between the visiting Springfield Cougars and our Ridley Green Raiders. Tonight we have a special event of Senior Parent Appreciation Night. At this time, we'll be calling the seniors out with their parents, and we ask them to make their way onto the field.
Okay, here we go. Dancing with parents.
Matt Keeler. Matt is escorted by parents Marion and Hal. He will be attending York College in the fall. Matt has played 3 years varsity, and at York, he will play lacrosse and swim. He will continue filming sports and hopes to pursue a career in broadcasting. Bill Humes. Bill is escorted by parents Teresa and Al. Bill played 3 years JV varsity and one year varsity. He is escorted by his parents Teresa and Al. He will be heading to Shippensburg University in the fall. Jim DeCave, escorted by parents Bridget and Jim. Jim is undecided as to where he will go in the fall, but he does plan on playing lacrosse. Jason DiCarlo, escorted by parents Peg and Bill. Jason has played 4 years varsity lacrosse. He is a senior captain. He will be entering the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers in the fall, Local Union 98. Mike Pagoni, escorted by parents Laura Jean and John. Mike is the captain. Along the way, he was honored as first team All-Central and second team All-Delco. He has accepted a lacrosse scholarship to attend the University of Notre Dame, where he will join former teammate Matt Ryan, a 2002 Ridley graduate. Nick Calalori, escorted by parents Cheryl and Pat. Nick has played 4 years of varsity lacrosse. He is a senior captain. He will attend Hofstra University, where he will continue playing lacrosse. He will major in education and someday hopes to hold an athletic director's position. Vinny D'Angelo, escorted by parents Marie and Tony. Vince is a 4-year varsity player and will be attending Hofstra to play lacrosse and majoring in physical education. He is a 2-time All-American lacrosse player. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2004 seniors. We'd also like to present the senior managers. Lauren Thornton, escorted by her mother Florence. Lauren will be attending Broward County in the fall. And Kelly Brinker, escorted by her mother Jill. Kelly will be attending Widener University in the fall. At this time, we'll now move to the starting lineup for both teams. First, Springfield. Number 2, Jesse James. Number 3, Mike Torrey. Number 9, Jason Orlando. Number 11, John Chevarelli. Number 13, Jason Schatz. Number 14, Drew Adams. Number 16, Brian Christopher. Number 18, Dan Licino. Number 19, Adam Arderi. And number 45, Patrick McGarrigle. The Cougars are coached by Ridley's own head coach Mike Friel and assisted by Brian Pott, Patrick Friel, Chris Britt, Andrew Lodwick, and Brian Fisher. Now for the starting lineup of our Ridley Green Raiders. Number 3, Mike Calalori. Number 6, Bill Rayer. Number 7, Vinny D'Angelo. Number 8, Ron Garlick. Number 11, Nick Palataris. Number 13, Russ McLarnin. Number 14, Jason DiCarlo. Number 22, Casey Grugan. Number 27, Nick Calalori. And number 34, Mike Pagoni. We'd also like to acknowledge senior Dennis Valerio, who could not join us tonight.
Once again, Springfield starters: number 2, Jesse James; number 3, Mike Torrey; number 9, Jason Orlando; 11, John Chevarelli; 13, Jason Schatz; 14, Drew Adams; 16, Brian Christopher; 18, Dan Lanciano; 19, Adam Ardley; and 45, Pat McGringle.
Pat McGarrigle. Excuse
I'm
my
sorry.
writing abilities.
Ridley starters: number 3, Mike Calalori; number 6, in goal, Phil Rayer; number 7, Vinny D'Angelo; number 8, Ron Garling; 11, Nick Palataros; 13, Russ McLarnin; 14, Jason DiCarlo; 22, Casey Grugan; 27, Nick Calalori; and number 34, Mike Pagoni.
That name is McGarrigle.
McGarrigle.
Yeah,
Okay.
McGringle actually sounds better to me though.
McGringle.
Yeah.
McGarrigle.
And assistant coach for Springfield, actually, just a note on this, Brian Pott is a Ridley High School grad, and he scored the tying and winning goals in the '94 PSLA championship game against Springfield.
How about that? Assistant coach of the team that he beat in the '94 championship.
And of course, as Mr. Fagan said himself, the head coach,
Head coach Mike
Mr. Friel right there.
Right there is a Ridley teacher.
Hence the name Spring Friel.
Yes, the nickname we've dubbed Springfield for pretty much the entire year. Right, the teams take their sides. We set up for and we're going to set up for the opening face-off. And we are underway. D'Angelo, quick win on the face-off and speeds down. Passes it in, the shot. Early goal. Mike Calalori.
Score by number 3, Mike Calalori, assisted assisted by Vinny D'Angelo.
D'Angelo, a win right off the faceoff, just charged it downfield, got a pass off to Calalori, and just tipped it into the goal.
That goal came 6 seconds into this game.
Face-off, D'Angelo wins it. D'Angelo will bring it down into the attack zone. D'Angelo charges in, puts it in the middle. The shot looks like it bounced high and goes out.
Well, we've been hearing a lot about this Springfield goaltender, one Drew Adams, but he has been solved early by the Green Raiders, and they're on the attack again.
Vinny D'Angelo takes it up high and looks for a play. Passes it into Calalori. The shot looks like Adams got a piece of it.
Yeah, it was stopped in front. It may not have even reached the goaltender.
Casey Grugan will bring it around now. He's out over to the side of the field and passes it back to Garling. Garling trying to work his way around the defense. Gets to the other side of the net. Gets by one defender, goes around behind,
It's a nice
and
head
backs
fake
off.
there.
Yeah. Garling will pass it out to Calalori. Calalori comes in front, works his way around looking for something, and he puts it back to Garling. Garling just goes in front of the net. The shot, he scores! Ron Garling.
Number 8, Ron Garling on the goal.
That goal comes at 1:38 of the first quarter, and we've played that minute and 38 seconds so far, and it's been all Ridley almost, it has been the entire game so far spent in the Springfield end.
Their only two shots of the game have both been goals. And we were hearing Springfield's great goaltender and hasn't made a save yet.
Well, that second goal, he had absolutely no defense. Garling just walked in. They really sagged down low, and he walked in from the side angle and just stepped in front, and he had nobody but the goaltender in front of him.
Ridley on the attack again. Pagoni puts it around behind the net to Garling. Garling will drop it back. DeCave now with it.
Referee appears to be waving off some bugs.
DeCave will take it from behind the net out high. Tries to work his way around a defender, gets checked, goes in, passes it in front, the shot, save.
And again, a case of Ridley having a shot right in front of the goalie with no defense.
DeCave, a shot from far and another save by Adams. The ball goes out of bounds. Ridley will get possession. Mike Pagoni will bring it in for the Raiders. Pagoni works his way around the defenseman, trying to get in front and backs off. Tries a spin move, but loses his footing, loses the ball, and now it's being bounced around. But still bouncing around. Pagoni regains control. Puts it out to D'Angelo. D'Angelo cuts in front, had a shot but got stick checked before he could take it. The ball goes off to Garling. He shoots and scores.
Garling on the goal.
That goal coming in 3:11 of the first quarter, and really jumps out to a 3-0 lead, 3 goals on 5 shots.
Springfield just really giving no defense to Adams. He made 2 pretty good saves, but Springfield's just got to do a better job of covering them and preventing these shots. Vinny D'Angelo takes a face-off for Ridley and loses it. The ball is bouncing around now. Springfield picks it up and calls a timeout. So with 8:39 left in the first quarter, Ridley leads 3-0.
Funding for WRSD is provided by DeCarlo's Formal Wear, located at McDade and Millmont Avenue in Millmont Park. DeCarlo's is celebrating their 50th year serving the formal wear needs of the area. Special prom discounts for Ridley students for the class of 2005, I suppose. DeCarlo's Formal Wear, stop in or give them a call when the call is Formal Wear, 610-461-9570. That's 610-461-9570 or 610-586-8964. That's 610-586-8964. DeCarlo's Formal Wear. Tonight's game on WRST is made possible by the, well, actually I don't have to read that at all. That's just the header. Funding for WRST is provided by Vrone's Collision Incorporated, located at 611 Swarthmore Avenue, Ridley Park. Vrone's is approved by most car insurance companies, and all work done at Vrone's is given a written warranty. Vrone's has been serving the Ridley area since 1980, so for safe on-site estimating, give Gino a call, 610-521-3190. That's 610-521-3190 for expert repair and low-cost. Vrone's is the place to go for all your car's needs. Just trying to get that one out before the play started again.
And you still have plenty of time.
Yeah, I heard a whistle. I got freaked out. Just started reading as fast as I could. That's Vrone's Collision, in case you didn't hear me, because I may have been unintelligible.
And the clock starts again. Springfield brings it up. Trying to work it in is McGarringle. I can't get that name right.
Yeah, it's McGarrigle.
Okay. Passes it off for Torrey. Now with it, Christopher. Christopher works it out high again. Comes in. Passes it in front. Intercepted by Pagoni, and he'll run it up for Ridley. Pagoni speeding through the center. Passes it in front, but the pass was missed. And the ball goes out of bounds. Ridley possession.
I think he was looking for Casey Grugan right in front of the net. And the pass unfortunately went by him, or he would have been all alone again for the third time today.
Yes.
Ridley player being all alone in front of Mr. Adams.
Vinny D'Angelo will bring it in for Ridley. He's running around behind the Springfield net. And over to the far corner. Works his way around one defender, catches another. Looking for a pass now. Drops back. Gets it off to the Cave. DeCave puts it into Calalori.
I'm sorry, that's not Calalori, that's
Grugan.
I got them mixed up last game too. Grugan behind the net, working out in front. Tries a pass, but not quite sure who it was going for, and it will be Springfield's ball. It's inbounded to Torrey. Torrey with a quick pass off to Cast. Takes it around behind the Ridley net. Passes out in front. And back behind the net. Castle looking for an opening. An aggressive checking by Ridley. Springfield works it back up high into the midfield. Springfield's having trouble getting some sort of play to develop here. Now working his way in, the shot saved by Ryer.
I do believe that's the first shot of the game for Springfield,
Yes.
and Ryer answers.
Ridley moves it forward, back into Springfield's, back into the attack. Passing the ball around the net now, Pagoni out to the side. Pagoni will back up and wait for something. He's going to pass it in front. The shot in front of the net by Calalori. He was all alone, but the shot just went high. Well, he wasn't all alone, but he had a nice feed in front. Pagoni brings it in fast, puts it back to Calalori. Calalori works his way in front. The shot saved by Adams. Rebound goes off to the side. It's Casey Grugan now bringing it around behind the net. Grugan puts it off for Calalori. Calalori will bring it back in front of the net. The pass in front went through. The Cave picks up the loose ball. Cave will pass it over to Calalori. Calalori being stick checked, makes his way in. Passes it behind the net and around to the side to Pagoni. Pagoni back out, and now Garling taking it high. Garling gets around one defender, takes the shot, and it goes wide and out.
Both teams have been patient with the ball in recent possessions, but for different reasons. Ridley's being patient because they don't have to rush anything. They have a 3-goal lead already in the first, and if they get a goal, then it's going to be on good offense. Springfield, on the other hand, was being patient because they want to make sure they get something, but they did not. And Ridley's looking to add to their lead.
Springfield's only generated one shot so far, and Ryer's had the answer for that. Ridley's had about 5 shots and scored on 3 of them. DeCave will come out in front, centers it, and the pass was just knocked away from, it's Mike Calalori. So Springfield gains control and moves it up. Just slowly bring it around behind the net. That's Christopher. Springfield's got to wait for some sort of good play to develop in order to get back in this game. Christopher will pass it out in front, but the pass was broken. Goes out to midfield and is recovered by James. James over to Castle. Castle will pass it for Schatz. And Schatz drops it off. And his centering pass or a shot was blocked in front of the net. Ridley regains possession. And a nice pass from the ground makes its way, a nice pass from the ground, made its way out to Casey Grugan, and Ridley calls a timeout.
Yeah, he was falling out of bounds and just got that pass off, tried to throw it across midfield, and he did so, and Ridley maintains possession.
So with 2:29 left in the first, Ridley leads 3-0.
Funding for WRSD is provided by LA Nails and located at 1411 McDade Boulevard. LA Nails End the Day Spa offers a variety of specials, and for all you girls, 2 free nail designs. So give them a call, 610-461-6710. That's 610-461-6710. When all else fails, go to LA Nails. Funding for WRC is provided by the Daily Times. The Daily Times is Delaware County's daily newspaper and the leader in local sports coverage. Business advertisers, please call 610-622-7400. And classified advertisers, please call 622-8860. That's the Delaware County Daily Times. Well, since we have a bit of a break here, I do want to let you know, Drew, that it is official that Uni Pickenin will not be playing today, and the Seidenberg will be starting.
You got the game on in the
right
side
in my
there.
ear.
So now we restart after the timeout. Pagoni will take the ball for Ridley. He's going to bring it back out high. Trying to work his way around a Springfield defender and is forced to retreat back. Still trying to get around. Now he had him alternating. DeCave now with the ball, passes it behind the net. Goes around to Calalori. Calalori passes it out to Garling, and I'm sorry, that was Calalori there. Ridley still passing the ball around, looking for some offense.
Yeah, this game has really calmed down since the first 3 goals were scored.
It looks like the pass out in front to Cave. Looked like he was thinking about a shot, decided not to take it.
Really has all the time in the world to just wait for a shot to come to them. If they have an opening, they'll take the shot, but until that time comes, if they're not going to be attacked at all times, then they're just going to enjoy their possession. And as I say that, Krugen is being attacked.
Krugen's going to work it back around. Ridley, what they would really have to be careful about is not to get a procedure penalty against them for not continuing a normal attack. Krugen will pass it out to Calalori. Calalori runs in, takes it around behind the net. And he'll pass it to DeCave. DeCave brings it out in front, fighting his way through. The pass out to Garling went through.
And it does not cross midfield, and we have a whistle before that anyway.
And it will be Springfield's ball. Christopher will take it up for Springfield. Christopher trying to fight his way through now. Trying to turn around, being aggressively checked. And he'll throw it out in front, the shot, and they score. It's Jim Castle for Springfield, and that
Goal by number 5, Jim Castle.
That makes it 3-1. Ridley still up by 2 goals with 16 seconds left in the first quarter. Dave Sincox comes in playing midi for Ridley. Gets checked and passes it off to Calalori. Calalori puts it in front. The shot behind the back by Casey Grugan and scores. A beautiful shot by Casey Grugan to put it in.
That was a beautiful goal and some awesome timing. They only took 12 seconds. They only had 16 seconds left in the quarter to do that. They only spent 12 seconds getting it all the way down the field. After some conflict there in midfield, it looked like the time would run out before they got off a shot, but they quickly got it down the field. And that beautiful behind-the-back shot by Grugan makes it 4-1.
I don't think Adams was looking for that one. D'Angelo pushes the ball past Springfield and goes to pick it up, but doesn't quite make it. And the first quarter is over. Ridley leads 4-1.
Funding for WRSD is provided by the Knights of Columbus Peace Council, located at 1195 Haverford Road in Crumlin. The Knights of Columbus accommodates 200 people and has easy access to I-95 and the Blue Route. You can reach them at 610-833-1299. That's 610-833-1299. The Knights of Columbus Peace Council. Funding for WRSD is provided by the Herbert W. Best VFW Post 928, located at McDade and Sutton Avenues in Folsom. The Best VFW Post sponsors the Voice of Democracy audio essay contest. The Best VFW Post also has bingo on the 4th Friday of each month. For more information, contact the Best VFW Post at 610-461-1226 or call Mr. Al Matera at 610-532-3363 or Mrs. Anna Buzan at 610-544-0849.
Well, I think the question as far as it goes with Flyers games is Jeremy Roenick playing tonight?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
It's currently scoreless. I don't know how I know that, but
I imagine the game just started about 15 minutes ago.
yeah, the shots so far here in this game, 7-2 Ridley, and that is reflected by the 4-1 score.
So with a little bit of substitution now, playing as a midfielder for Ridley is number 5, Dave Simcox, a sophomore. And the second quarter is underway. Springfield will win the faceoff but lose control of the ball right off of it. Springfield's gonna cycle it back and then try and move it forward. Some aggressive checking by Ridley. James finally gets it up for Springfield, almost had it by himself. He passes it back. The shot is deflected high.
That was a very nice defensive play there. Hitting that ball well out of play.
And what happened? I know that you've got a rain delay.
So Springfield will bring it in and work it around. Still trying to generate some sufficient offense here. Bringing it in front, tries to center it, but can't quite get the pass off. Ball's loose now, fighting for it. Ridley gains possession. Move it up the field with some smooth passing, and that is now Casey Grugan with the ball for Ridley. Grugan will run back around behind the net and basically just take his time and wait for a play to develop. He'll put it forward to DeCave. DeCave back to D'Angelo. D'Angelo over to Calalori. Calalori back behind the net, and they'll cycle it around. DeCave now bringing it up. The shot went wide, and Adams got a piece of it anyway. The ball goes out. Mike Calalori will bring it in for Ridley. It's Casey Grugan bringing it around behind the net again. Springfield putting some more pressure on the Ridley attackers now. Casey Grugan thought about the shot, or I'm sorry, Vinny D'Angelo thought about the shot, couldn't get it off. Works his way inside. Now the shot, and he scores! There's a flag.
Number 7, Captain Vinny D'Angelo.
There's a flag down though, and I'm not quite sure.
I thought it was on Springfield because I believe they would have blown the play dead.
I think it was. I think that D'Angelo got tripped when he was cutting in.
Yeah, he's ruling
Yes.
it's a goal anyway, so because they didn't touch it.
So it's a goal. And it was an illegal procedure, but because of the goal, no penalty. D'Angelo puts the ball back to Pagoni. Pagoni back forward to D'Angelo. D'Angelo run up quick, trying to work his way around a defender. Spins around the other way, gets it to Garling, wide open, his shot went high. Casey Grugan bringing it in for Ridley now. Ridley will work it around. The Cave now with the ball. Cave will put it back to Grugan. Ridley working the ball around. Now Garling running it behind the net. Looks for a pass. He's trying to work his way around a defender now. He's going to bring it out in front himself and puts it in front. The shot by Calalori, and it got blocked off in front. Springfield gains possession and moves it up the field. But their pass was broken up. Pagoni picks up the loose ball and takes it back the other way for Ridley. Pagoni falls down, loses possession of the ball. Springfield regains and moves up the field. Shot by Springfield went high. goes out of bounds, and it will remain their ball.
Did you play today, Ted?
Shots now for Springfield, bringing it around.
Today? Oh, wow. What was the score?
Is cutting in front, lost the ball. Ridley picks it up. Ridley defender running it all the way up. Passes it back behind the net. Brings it back out to DeCave. DeCave puts it off for Pagoni. And Pagoni's looking for something. Pagoni gets past one defender, the shot, saved by Adams. Adams keeps possession of the ball and will move it forward for Springfield.
That
Pass was lost, and Mike Calalori picks it up for Ridley. Calalori drops it back for DeCave. DeCave drops it off for D'Angelo. D'Angelo had a lane wide open for him, but Springfield collapsed on it quickly. Puts it out for D'Angelo. D'Angelo puts it back in for Grugan. Grugan will run it behind the net. Grugan puts it out for Garling. Garling passes to D'Angelo. D'Angelo inside to Calalori. Calalori the shot and bounces high. Tried to put that ball down right in front of the net and bounce it right under the crossbar, but it just cleared it. That's Grugan, puts it out for DeCave. He lost the pass, and Springfield will recover. Springfield running it down the other way. That's Jim Castle with the ball. And Springfield calls a timeout. So with 6:41 remaining in the second quarter, Ridley leads 5-1.
Funding for WRSD is provided by the Morton Savings Bank, which is located at 25 South Morton Avenue in Morton. The Morton Savings Bank has been supporting the local community since 1885. Excellent customer service along with low equity rates, free checking, and a variety of mortgage and savings products are what Morton offers. Morton Savings Bank serving the community for the past 119 years. Funding for WRSD is provided by the Albert Vincent Formal Wear, located at 19 Morton Avenue in Morton. For all your formal wear needs, give Albert Vincent a call at 610-544-6881. That's 610-544-6881.
So we've heard that Springfield has a very good goaltender, but their defense has somewhat been lacking as they've left lanes open, they've not caught players cutting in front, and it's really just been a mess for their defense so far tonight.
Yeah, according to my very, very unofficial statistics, I don't think Springfield has a shot yet in this quarter. Really has 3 and 1 goal.
So that would leave Springfield with how many shots?
2 so far.
2.
That's what I've calculated. I don't know. They've had a couple blocked and stuff like that. Of course, that doesn't count. I'm counting shots on goal.
They lost on Saturday to Georgetown.
So Jim Castle will take the ball for Springfield as we start from the timeout. Castle will run it quickly behind the net and is looking for an outlet along the side. Castle trying to work his way around the defender. He's running in front, taking the ball himself, passes it out to Torrey, loses his balance and falls. He's able to keep possession of the ball though, knocked down again, loses it, and there will be a penalty. And it's going to be a slash on Ridley. Looks like it'll be, not sure if that was 2 or 3 minutes for slashing, so Ridley will be a man down. Springfield starts up their attack. Passing it around along the outside, puts it back to Torrey, throws it in behind the net. Passes back out for James. James over to Castle. Castle to Christopher. And Springfield's going to rotate it around in a circle until they can get a shot or a pet or something to develop. Got a man in front, puts it back to, that was James, and he scores on that shot.
Springfield goal by number 2, Jesse James.
And so Springfield pulls the game within 3.
And Nick Calalori
will come back onto the field. For the face-off, D'Angelo tried to push it back for Bruni, but Springfield picks it up. Passes it forward. That's Schatz
nice
now
strip.
behind the net.
Nice strip again. He knocked it out himself, so it's really ball.
Schatz got into Ridley's zone, but just aggressive checking, a couple of nice strips, and just couldn't keep it in. So that's Vinny D'Angelo now will take the ball for Ridley. D'Angelo will pass it forward. It's Nick Calalori now passes it over. And Ridley brings it up. He's taking it all the way up. He's going to take the shot, but it bounces in front of the net and goes wide. I can't quite see the number on who took that shot. Number 14, Jason DiCarlo. So now Casey Grugan will bring it in for Ridley. Runs it behind the net. Tries to go around the side, backs off. Grugan will pass it around to Calalori. Mike Calalori. He's gonna get around one defenseman, work his way in front. Tries to turn around with the ball, but loses it. Springfield gains possession, and they'll bring it up the field. Christopher now with it for Springfield. Bring it up around to the side of the net, and take it out back high. Springfield trying to get it in, but aggressive checking by Ridley. Passes it in for James. James will throw it out, and it goes around back. Springfield now cycling the ball. Thought about the shot, takes it again, but it's deflected high. Springfield recovers the shot. Schatz taking it around behind the net for Springfield. Schatz trying to get a play to develop now. He'll run it out high and drop it off for Torrey. Torrey puts it back to Schatz. Schatz thinking about the shot, decides to go in instead, loses the ball, or was losing the ball, so he passes it off to Christopher. Christopher trying to work his way around a defender, can't quite make it. Ridley defense is just keeping Springfield along the outside. Christopher will go out now almost to midfield and try and run it back in. Brings it around the shot and he scores. That
Springfield goal by number 16, Brian
is
Christopher.
Brian Christopher brought it back out to about midfield, ran it in by himself, and takes the shot. So Springfield, now the score is 5-3. Ridley is still up with 3:09 left in the second quarter. Ball off the faceoff gets pushed back deep into Springfield territory. Springfield will pick it up but lose possession. The ball still bouncing around, and now fighting for it. There's a bunch of players from both sides trying to get it. Springfield finally gains possession. The goalie, Adams, will pass it forward to Christopher. Christopher puts it off for McKnight. McKnight will run it up and pass it to Schatz. Schatz will run it around behind the net. Schatz is getting pushed back behind the net. Brings it out in front, had it all by himself. The shot goes off the outside of the net, and Rayer goes back to get the ball. Rayer is having trouble now. An open net for Springfield. The shot, and they score.
Brian Christopher again on the goal.
Rayer went behind the net to try and gain control of the ball. He was being pressured, had to pass it, and it went right into the net of Christopher's cross, and he just had an open net to score on. So now the score is 5-4, Ridley with 2:14 left in the second quarter. Face-off. Springfield gains possession again. Working it around. The shot right off the face-off goes wide by Artery, I think is his name. Artery? Okay. Springfield's now going to cycle it around the net. Pass goes out to Torrey. Torrey looking for a lane to run in. Gets pressured. He's thinking about the shot, and he takes it, but it goes wide. Springfield will bring it back in. Christopher, being pressured hard by the Ridley defense, passes it across to James. James had an open shot for a second there, takes it, and Rayer makes the save. Now fighting for it in front of the net. The ball almost drifted into the Ridley net, but ended up being covered up, and going to stop play. Springfield will get control of the ball.
It was a very dangerous giveaway right there in front of the net, but luckily Ridley recovered and
looks like we've got an injured player on the field, number 2, Jesse James. Having some trouble getting to his feet. James will make it off the field, and in for him is number 8, Jeff Moore. I'm sorry, that's number 9, which is Jason Orlando. So, it's like Springfield loses control of the ball. Ridley gains it. There's a penalty. There's a flag down. Ridley still in possession, so the penalty will be on Springfield. Casey Grugan will bring it in behind the net. Grugan will put it out for Garling. Garling trying to make his way in, gets pressured out. Garling puts it back for DeCave. DeCave runs around behind the net, trying to get around the defender. Goes around to the other side, passes it in front, but the pass gets broken up. Springfield gains possession. And so we've got a cross-check on Springfield. So Ridley will have a 1-minute man up attack It's a cross-checking penalty on the Springfield Cougars. So an update on the Flyers game. Tampa Bay is up 1-0. Ruslan Fedotenko scored the goal.
On a power play.
Ridley calls timeout.
So we have a timeout by Ridley with 20 seconds left in the half. Ridley leads 5-4.
Funding for WRSD is provided by Ed Killian of Russo Real Estate. If you are thinking about selling your home, give Ed Killian a call at Russo Real Estate. To reach Ed, call 610-532-7000, extension 106. Ed Killian wishes the Green Raiders the best of luck during the 2004 season. Funding for WRSD is provided by RZ Contracting. RZ Contracting will provide the following: sidewalks, handicap ramps, parking lots, demolition, excavating, curbs, sidewalks, and much more. For an RZ full-service contractor, call 610-534-8316. That's 610-534-8316. Or 215-724-3377. That's 215-724-3377. Or check out their website at rzcontracting.com. RZ Contracting, from start to finish, they do it all. RZ Contracting.
So now the players will take the field.
20 seconds left in this half.
Ridley's still on the man-up advantage, so let's see what they can make of it in this last 20 seconds of the half. Ron Garling will start off with the ball for Ridley. Garling will put it back behind the net to Gave. Ridley will cycle it around. D'Angelo back to Garling, back to DeCave.
There's 3 seconds left, so it looks like they're going to hold on to it and wait for the half to end.
And that does it for the first half. Ridley winning 5-4.
Your goal scorers in that first half: D'Angelo, Ron Garling, and then Ron Garling again. So he had 2 goals in the first half. Then we had Jim Castle, Casey Grugan, Vinny D'Angelo, Jesse James for Springfield then scored, and then we had 2 goals from Brian Christopher to end out the first half, and that is why we have a 5-4 score at halftime.
So Springfield really having some sloppy defense in especially the first quarter. They gave up right off the opening face-off. They gave up some bad passes and some really large running lanes for the Ridley attackers to get through. They kind of came back in the second quarter and kind of picked up with the defense, but Ridley still leading the game by 1 goal.
Yeah, they played a lot better, and they were a lot more opportunistic. Most obviously with that behind-the-net situation with the goalie being able to steal it and then just put it in the open net. They positioned themselves the correct way for that goal to be scored, so those kind of things helped them in the second quarter.
Putting some good pressure on the goalie in that play. Okay, and we'll be back with the second half. And we're back with 1 minute left until the second half. Ridley is up 5-4 as Springfield came back from a 3-0 deficit to bring the game within 1 goal.
Yeah, it's been pretty much a tale of 2 quarters in the first half. The first quarter dominated by the Ridley Green Raiders, and conversely, the second quarter was mostly Springfield's, as they came back to outscore the Green Raiders 3-1 in that second quarter after Ridley had taken a 4-1 lead after 1 quarter.
So once again, it's really a good amount of it's been Springfield's defense. They weren't so good in the first quarter, and they picked up the slack in the second quarter to hold Ridley to only 1 goal. Springfield will start a man down, and the second half is underway. Ridley will begin cycling it around the net. Calalori will come in front, passes it back. Pass comes back out to Calalori. Tries to put it out high for DeCave, but it's picked up. Goes back to Calalori. Passes it out front. Working his way in as D'Angelo tried to take the shot, but it goes high and wide. Grugan takes it in for Ridley and gives it to Pagoni. Pagoni puts it off for Calalori, who missed the pass, and it will be Springfield possession. Christopher will start it off for Springfield, and he runs it up the side of the field. Brings it in front, cuts all on his own, was thinking about the shot, didn't take it. He passes it off instead, loses possession of the ball, and Ridley picks it up and runs the other way. Pass goes out in front for Pagoni, was a little bit too far for him. And the floodgates have opened.
Wow.
Yes.
Better pull that microphone.
Yes, pull the microphone in. Wow, it started raining a lot real fast.
This is pretty much a torrential downpour right now.
Yes, it just started. And play will continue, though. Springfield with the ball will move it up. So trying to work it through the defenders. Finally does. Passes it off in front for James. The shot saved by Ryer.
Yeah, the reach behind himself there. A nice job of making sure he knew where the ball was and regaining himself.
And as quickly as the rain started, it stopped. For the most part, anyway. Ridley brings it up.
It's still raining, though. Definitely not as hard.
Ridley will bring it in. They'll bring it back to the near corner. And the rain's starting to pick up again. Bring it around in front. The pass in front to Calalori, he lost it. And after bouncing around, the ball goes to Springfield, and Springfield will try to bring it up. Ridley doing some great checking to try and keep him back, but to no avail. Pass goes out to Christopher. He gets checked but works his way around. Christopher passes in front. The shot was blocked off. Ryer will pass it forward to Ridley. Gets it to D'Angelo. D'Angelo put it over to DeCave, and Ridley will wait for a play to develop. DeCave to Calalori, puts it back to Grugan. Grugan out to the side, back to Calalori, and passes it out high to DeCave. DeCave is going to try to work his way in, but retreats back out.
Rain's getting really heavy right now.
Yes. DeCave passes it in front. The shot, they score! It's Ron Garling with the goal. Nice pass from DeCave to Garling. He had it wide open to get the goal, and with 8:57 remaining in the third quarter, Ridley leads 6-4. Well, we had no rain up until a few minutes ago, and this could make the game a little more interesting. D'Angelo pushes the face-off back. Springfield will gain possession. Passes it off. The pass was broken up by Ridley. Ball still bouncing around, and still bouncing around. Goes back into Springfield zone. And it's a check, but... And timeout. So, with 8:39 left in the third quarter, Ridley leads 6-4.
Yakabuchi's Tuxedo Rentals of Morton would like to welcome all Ridley students. They are located at Route 420 and Morton Avenue. I guess they're welcoming them for the next school year. They have all of their inventory on site, so no worries when it is time to pick up your tux. This is why they offer a great product with great service at a great price. Yakabuchi has been serving Ridley students for the past 20 years, and they take great pride in what they do. So call 610-604-1550 when you are ready for that special event. Trust a name that has been in business since 1920.
So the teams will take the field again, and Springfield will start with possession of the ball. Springfield trying to work it in. He's going to take a shot, but it bounced out. Christopher will regain possession for the ball for Springfield, but loses it. And going down now, Dave Simcox passes it off but for Garling, but he couldn't handle the pass. And after the broken pass, Springfield will have possession of the ball. Ridley with some aggressive checking back, keeping Springfield from getting on the attack. And it's an illegal procedure on Springfield. They could not get past the midfield in time, so Ridley will gain possession of the ball. So Pagoni now with the ball for Ridley. He's going to try and work his way around the Springfield defender, and it comes back out high. I'm sorry, Pagoni didn't have the ball. He has it now, though. He runs in all by himself. The shot, and he scores! Mike Pagoni. That's another case of Springfield's defense giving just wide open lanes for the Ridley attackers to run through. So with 7:27 remaining in the third quarter, Ridley leads 7-4.
And it looks like the odd-numbered quarters are working well for the Green Raiders, coming out strong here in the third quarter.
Rebuilding their 3-goal lead. So off the face-off, the ball goes back and Springfield gains possession. They move forward. Christopher now with the ball. Gets his way around one Ridley defender, but he catches up with him. Christopher now goes back to the near corner and puts it out high. Torrey now trying to find a play. Carries it back to where Christopher was when he was fed the pass. Brings it around behind the net, in front. Tries the pass, doesn't quite pull it off. He keeps possession of the ball, thinks about a shot, tries to work his way around a defender, and he's just being pressured too much by the defense to get anything open. Now Springfield passes in front. He tries to get another pass off, but it's broken up. The ball now bouncing around, and Ridley gains possession. Simcox will run it up for Ridley. Pagoni now receives a pass. Bobbled it a little bit, but picked it back up. Comes over to the near corner. Pagoni takes it around behind the net, looks for a play. Tries to get it around its defender, passes it in front, but the pass was broken up, and it will go out of bounds. Trying not to cough into the mic. Springfield will have possession. Schatz puts it into James. James was hurt earlier and came back into the game. Tries to work his way forward, but he retreats back out. Now with it, Castle. Castle trying to get some offense generated for Springfield. He'll bring it around to the corner. Trying to find an option. Tries to get around his defender. Flips and goes the other way. Still trying to get around. He's being defended well by number 1, Pat Grenier. He's keeping him back behind the net. He's not seeing a pass. James is actually wide open in the corner, or in the back outside there. Castle now makes his way out high. Passes it back. Springfield still trying to get some offense generated, carrying it in front. The pass in front was broken up, and Springfield will have to go back behind the net with it. The ball's being bobbled around. Ridley gains possession, but a loose ball foul, and Springfield will get it again. Springfield will work it up in front. A good stick check, but Christopher was able to keep possession of the ball. He'll pass it back out to Torrey. Torrey tries to carry it in himself. He's getting teamed up by everyone. Still manages to get the ball somewhere near the net, but Ridley picks it up.
There's quadruple team there, and he still managed to get that pass away, as you said, and the Springfield was wide open for a shot on goal.
Ridley pass wasn't on the mark, goes out of bounds, so Springfield will get possession of the ball. Torrey tries to make his way around the Ridley defense. Passes it back. Springfield now trying to get on the attack. Works around the net, cuts in front, the shot, and he scores! Number 45, Pat McGarnagle, I think, or I've said his name wrong all night.
Pat McGarrigle.
McGarrigle. The score now, 7-5, Ridley still leading with 3:46 left in the third quarter.
Goal by number 45, Patrick McGarrigle.
Ball pushed behind Springfield on the faceoff. DeCave picks it up, runs down the field quick, passes it off. The shot goes wide. Looks like maybe Adams got a piece of that. It's a quick pass to Garling, but a shot didn't make it in the net. Pagoni will pick the ball up for Ridley and start the offense again. Brings it back out and in. Pagoni now wide open, works his way through the middle of the shot, and he scores! Mike Pagoni!
Goal by number 34, captain Mike Pagoni.
So with that goal, Ridley now back up by 3, 8-5 with 3:21 left in the third quarter.
Some awesome moves there put on display by Mr. Mike Pagoni.
It's a flag down. Looks like it was a slashing call.
cut through 2 or 3 Springfield players on that goal.
And once again, that's a case of Springfield opening up lanes for Ridley just to run through. And off the face-off, D'Angelo will flip it back. And looks like the ball will go out of bounds, so it will be Springfield possession. Christopher drops the ball, wasn't quite sure he didn't have it, and Ridley picks it up, and a long pass over the head of Vinny D'Angelo goes out of bounds, and Springfield will get possession again.
Consecutive turnovers there. And Springfield will get the ball back.
Looks like the Simcox overshot D'Angelo there. So Springfield will work it in right off, bringing it in, the shot in front, and they...
McGarrigle again, I'll say it for you this time.
Yeah, McGarrigle again scores.
McGarrigle to Springfield's goal.
At exactly 9 minutes, and now we've had 3 goals in a span of 46 seconds. 2 for Springfield, 1 for Ridley.
And that makes the score 8-6 Ridley, 3 minutes left in the third quarter. The face-off goes behind D'Angelo, he picks it up, tries to roll it along the ground to the cave, but Springfield recovers it. Christopher now brings it in, he's double teamed, loses the ball, but picks it up. Christopher now trying to get in, passes it off to Torrey. Torrey looks like he had a shot open but didn't take it, and he'll take it around behind the Ridley net. Run out around in front again, pass it in front, the shot, and they score again. That goal by number 5, Jim Castle, and that pulls Springfield back within 1 goal. It's 8-7 Ridley with 2:21 left in the third quarter.
Well, Springfield has really come roaring back after a slow start to this second half, scoring 3 goals in the last minute and 25 seconds. Ridley also added 1 in that span, but with those 3 goals, they have now made this a 1-goal game. It certainly didn't look like it would end up this way after the way the Green Raiders were able to start.
And after a violation on the face-off, Ridley will gain possession. D'Angelo, quick pass forward to Pagoni, works his way in, the shot, and he scores! Mike Pagoni!
Mike Pagoni on the goal.
There's a quick response as Pagoni nets his 3rd of this quarter.
That'll kill some momentum. And with that goal, Ridley goes up 9-7, and there's 2:13 left in the third quarter.
That just took 8 seconds from the face-off to the ball being in the net, so a very, very quick response by Mike Pagoni.
Ridley's been able to get some good offense generated off of those rushes right off of face-offs. I think that was probably at least the 3rd goal tonight they scored in that fashion.
And now it's, of course, important that they have a multi-goal lead.
Yes. And the ball is being knocked around. Springfield picks it up. Trying to work some offense on it. Christopher will try and take it in. He's being double teamed, but he will take it in around to the side of the net. Tries to cut in front, being aggressively checked, passes it off. Pass goes back out, and Springfield will once again try and get some sort of offense generated. McGarrigle just pacing with the ball now, trying to find someone open or plan something. McGarrigle gets by one defender, but he's pressured back outside. Springfield will now pass it around. Now Torrey cutting in, trying to work his way around the shot, and he scores.
Springfield goal by number 3, Mike Torrey.
Torrey took the ball from out high and charged his way through around 3 or 4 defenders and got the shot off. The score is now 9-8. Ridley still leading with 1 minute left in the third quarter.
Yeah, that goal scored at exactly 11 minutes, and now it's a one-goal game again. It looked like they were going to be very patient and maybe even just hold the ball for almost the entire length of the rest of the third quarter before taking a few shots. And
because they do a better job on the even quarters.
and I think Torrey surprised some people by just cutting through several Ridley defenders, at least 2 or 3, in order to net that goal.
Probably wasn't expected. The ball now bouncing around after the face-off. Springfield gains possession and throws it up real quick. A pass was tipped by D'Angelo but still got through. Now Springfield running in and couldn't quite keep control of the ball. Now fighting for it, and Ridley will pick it up. Move it forward. Pagoni now with the ball, running forward for Ridley. Pagoni tries to work his way around one, trips up but stays on his feet, throws it in behind the net. Garling will go back and try and recover for Ridley with some help from Grugan. Now fighting for it in the back. Grugan tries to pick it up, can't quite get it. Goes out of bounds. It'll be Springfield's ball. Springfield inbounds it. And a broken up pass. Pagoni knocks over James. But I'm not quite sure what the call here will be. I think it's actually going to be out of bounds on Springfield.
And I think the Springfield bench is very upset about that call.
Yes. I was actually looking for maybe an illegal check, but Ridley will get possession of the ball. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if they just stall because there's only 8 seconds left in the quarter. Pagoni comes in, twists his way around, loses possession of the ball, and a long shot that misses the net anyway, but it goes through the goalpost by Springfield, and that'll do it for the third quarter. Ridley leading 9-8.
Funding for WRSD is provided by the Carlos Formal Wear, located at McDade and Millmont Avenue in Millmont Park. The Carlos is celebrating their 50th year, serving the formal wear needs of the area. Special prom discounts for Ridley students. The Carlos Formal Wear, stop in or give them a call. When the call is Formal Wear, 610-461-9570. That's 610-461-9570 or 610-586-8964. That's 610-586-8964. The Carlos Formal Wear.
Well, that quarter saw pretty even play from both sides, Springfield and Ridley. Now the score not much different from the half. Springfield still down by 1. And the score now, as I've said, 9-8. So Springfield, in the beginning of that quarter, Springfield really had some bad defense like they did in the first quarter, and we made the comment that the odd quarters aren't exactly their best. But in the second half of that quarter, they really picked up their play and were able to pull back within 1 when they were down back by 3.
Yeah, there was a ton of production in that third quarter by both teams, particularly Ridley early, along with 2 plays late in the quarter by Mike Pagoni to get 2 all very nice goals. And Springfield played very well throughout the later part of that third quarter, and that enabled both teams to score 4 goals, and it's still a 1-goal difference in this game, and for the advantage to Ridley right now, 9-8.
Any update on the Flyers game?
I assume it's 1-0 still, because I haven't heard the score yet.
Okay.
2-0 Tampa, fantastic.
2-0 Tampa, wonderful. Okay, Ridley wins the face-off. D'Angelo will carry it up quickly for Ridley. They're trying to generate another rush. D'Angelo, quick shot, saved by Adams. Ridley gets the rebound. Calalori now will set up a play. Calalori will pass it back for Grugan. Grugan trying to work the ball forward, gets it to Garling. Garling out to D'Angelo. D'Angelo looking for a pass, finds Calalori, was cutting in front but lost possession of the ball. Springfield will pick it up and take it the other way. Ridley giving some aggressive checking, and Springfield loses the ball and it goes out of bounds, so it will be Ridley's possession. Pagoni is now being double teamed by Springfield. Looks like they're trying to intercept the pass. So he'll start this with 2 men on him. Gets off an easy pass though to Calalori. And Calalori will take it forward to Ridley. He puts it over to DeCave. DeCave will walk up into the attack zone with it. Take a few steps back. Goes by his defender, goes in front, the shot goes wide. Garling will now bring it in for Ridley. Passes it out high. Grugan now running behind the net with the ball. Takes it back, passes that out for DeCave. DeCave puts it in for Calalori, trying to work his way around the defender. A shot saved by Adams. Ridley will take the rebound. Garling bringing it around, trying to look for a pass and backs off. Garling tries the other side and backs up further behind the net. Garling now will come forward and around the net, looks for a pass out front, and he finds D'Angelo. D'Angelo to a wide open shot there by Casey Grugan, and Ridley scores to make this game 10-8, 9:57 left in the fourth. Casey Grugan was left wide open right to the side of the net.
Well, they did a great job of working that ball around with some awesome passing, and then I believe it was D'Angelo who found him right in front of the net. Nobody on him, and he did a nice job of bouncing that ball right in the crease, right in front of the goal, and it bounced just under the crossbar and made this a 2-goal game.
Grugan had all the time in the world. Now taking it up is D'Angelo quickly, and looks like Ridley's going to call a timeout. So, with 9:50 remaining in the fourth, Ridley now has a 2-goal lead, 10-8.
Well, we're going to have to find something else to talk about, because I've gone through all the advertisements.
Ran out of funding announcements.
Yes.
So Tampa Bay's up 2-0 in the second period, is it?
Yeah, it's the beginning of the second. So I assume they got a goal early in the period because they had a 4-on-3 power play starting early in the second period, and then so I assume that's when they got their goal. But the Flyers have had pressure on Tampa Bay as far as I've heard recently, so
hopefully they'll be able to get those 2 goals back. Unfortunately, the pattern for the series has been going 1 game for either team, and since Tampa won first, if it goes like that, Game 7 could go in Tampa Bay's favor. After this, if the Flyers lose, they're going to have to win the next 2 in a row. DeCave will now start Ridley with the ball. Take it back out. Tries to work his way around a defender. Gets into the attack zone. DeCave now with the shot. Saved by Adams. The rebound comes flying out. Garling trying to pick it up. And he sweeps it out to the side. Garling's moving with the ball now. He'll bring it back out. Now he's looking to cut in, attempt to run and stopped, and he'll retreat back out to midfield. Garling again trying to work his way around, takes the shot, goes just wide of the net, and out. Grugan now runs it around quickly for Ridley, gets stopped at about the side of the net, and passes it off for DeCave. DeCave will put it back for D'Angelo, and D'Angelo will wait for a play. Back up, looks to make the move on the defender, tries to take it around the side, passes in front, tries to go across, but the pass wasn't quite there. DeCave tries to get the ball, Grugan picks it up instead. Grugan will put it back out for D'Angelo. D'Angelo tries to work his way in, almost got around the defender, but he passes it off for DeCave instead, and DeCave will retreat back out to midfield. DeCave still trying to work his way back in. He's going to build some speed on his defender and gets by him. DeCave will cut in, take this shot, but it goes right to Adams, and Springfield will take the ball up the other way. Springfield now backing up in midfield. Passes forward, working the way around the defender. He gets checked, falls over, kept the ball, but Ridley stripped him of it. Simcox passes forward. Russ McLaren now puts it over for Calalori. Nick Calalori stops at the line and puts it for Pagoni. Pagoni trying to get forward, he's pushed back. Now makes his way across the midfield line. Pagoni working his way forward, but he's stripped. Torrey now with the ball, running it up for Springfield. He'll pass it in from midfield. Springfield trying to get a shot off, they do, but it goes right through the crease and out of bounds. Ridley will get possession. Nick Calalori now has the ball for Ridley. Calalori passes to Ryer, the goalie. Ryer is up at midfield, and he'll pass it forward to, I think that's D'Angelo. No, that's Garling. Garling now in the far corner with the ball. Works his way around a defender, runs around behind the net. Comes out in front, thinks about the shot, and goes back behind the net. Garling's going to wait behind the net with the ball. Now trying to run he's trying to run back in front of the net, but was stopped. Still trying to work his way around. Gets a pass off out front. Now Calalori with the ball, brings it back around behind the net. Ridley now running time off the clock, 5:40 left in the final quarter. Grugan working his way up in front. The shot from Garling, saved by Adams. Now the ball loose, Ridley trying to pick it up, Springfield gets it.
It's 3-1 now. Not much of an improvement.
So Springfield moving it up the field and calls timeout.
Springfield calls a timeout.
So with 5:14 remaining in the fourth quarter, Ridley holds their 2-goal lead, 10-8. So right now, Ridley's just looking to burn time off the clock. When they're on offense, you're going to see a lot of play behind the net from their attackers. On defense, I wouldn't expect anything too aggressive, but
Yeah, I don't think Ridley's defensive play is going to be as much controlled by them as it will be by Springfield's just relentless attack. I would assume that would happen. Maybe not now, but if it's still this score with maybe 3 or 2 minutes to go, they're just going to be taking a lot of shots whenever they have the slightest opening. So
Instead of any aggressive checking by Ridley, expect them just to kind of sit back and figure out what Springfield's doing, try to read plays more so than attacking it. And I've just been informed that the Flyers have scored, pulling the game within 1, now down only by 3-2.
the goals by Hanzus and Sharp.
Sharp.
First playoff goal of his career. That was a power play goal, actually. They had called an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on Tampa Bay after the goal was scored. So, there you go.
Flyers are still in that game, and Springfield is still very much in this one as they start off with the ball. Jim Castle will run it up for Springfield. He's going to take it around behind the net. And still looking for a play. Castle's trying to work his way around Russ McLarnon. McLarnon keeping him to the outside. Castle almost got around him, and he passes it back behind the net. And they're going to stop the clock.
We may have a timeout here.
I actually believe it's going to be a delay due to the lightning we've been seeing in the distance. But
Well, that's very interesting because it will prevent me from seeing this hockey game.
so I'm not quite sure about that. If it was timeout, I think he would have had to point towards the Springfield bench because Springfield had possession of the ball. But I didn't see a point towards any bench, so I think we're going to either delay or maybe even just stop the game due to lightning. However, that would put Springfield in a very bad situation because they're only down by 2. They're still within striking distance. And
Mr. Riviello's out there. He's conversing with the officials about the goings-on. I would assume that Lacrosse would have a rule where it's this late in the game that a game is already considered official if it's delayed, as this is.
However, that, like you said, that would really not be very good for Springfield because not only are they would lose the game, but only by 2, and with just under 5 minutes left, that's still plenty of time for them to tie up the game. So we'll just have to wait here for a few minutes and see what happens. And although after that one flash of lightning we saw over there, they decided to blow the whistle and delay it, but I've got to say that during the entire second half, we've seen them the entire time up there. And what was that about?
I'm just doing all I can inside my head to make sure they don't give up a goal.
Okay. And
with
We ask that you move down off of the stand. We need to clear the stand immediately.
well, we have aluminum seating here, so they're going to have to clear the stand.
yes.
There will be a 20-minute game delay at this point.
Fantastic.
Please move down off the stand.
Okay, so due to the impending inclement weather and the lightning we've been